Hey guys, thanks for joining me once again. Zambia are playing, and it is going to be a very, very important game for Zambia. It is a decider, 100%. We are going to be playing the Comoros after they lost out to Morocco in their first game last week, and then Morocco will be playing Mali in the Group A decider. Both Mali and Zambia are on a point each, 1 point. So Zambia, 100%, we need to beat the Comoros to give us the best chance of qualification. So it's one of those, but it is a decider and it is going to be crazy. The other games that are happening, just a heads up for Group B, are Angola versus Zimbabwe, which starts early. It's a very early kickoff, and then Egypt versus South Africa in Group B. Now, before we go ahead to have a look at the possible lineups for Zambia versus Comoros, please, guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I really appreciate your support, and I'm having a great time doing these kinds of predictions. Now, let's get into it. Zambia, possible lineups. So this is how we lined up in our last match versus Mali. Willard Mwanza should probably start and go 100% after his penalty save early in the first half. Honestly, the minute that penalty was given, I was like, oh gosh, but when he saved it, and then his comments afterwards saying that, he's very good with spot kicks and things like that, I was like, I want this kind of arrogance. I want this kind of confidence. So Willard Mwanza for the start. Honestly, I'm really impressed with him. And he did some pretty good things as well throughout the game. Now, our back four was Matthews Banda, Benson Sakala, Dominic Chanda, and Lusambo Musonda, who, if Sakala is not playing, I think he's our second captain, Lusambo. Now, Luambo Musonda. Now, Matthews Banda is the one who gave away the penalty in the first play. Oh, no, he was sort of at fault. It was the one who gave out the penalty, yeah. And then he was the one who assisted the goal that Patson Daka scored against Mali with that pristine, beautiful pass. It was beautiful. I am hoping to, when he plays Comoros today, that he has that kind of impact again, but he should probably start a bit earlier, especially when we've got this kind of set play situation where we are looking like maybe the Comoros are defending a bit deeper and stuff, because we need that kind of thing. And hopefully, if he's got that kind of vision and that kind of placement, we are going to be in for a good game. Fingers crossed, I can't wait. Owen Tembo and Miguel Chaiwa. I thought Miguel was absolutely fantastic in that game against Mali. Personally, I know people can be quite critical. Sometimes when you're playing a game, not everything you do can be 100%. At the end of the day, I was very impressed with him because he was, as many mistakes as he was making, he was creating chances throughout, making runs, destabilizing that midfield for Mali. We need him to be on that kind of form. Now, I've heard from people who watch Zambian football more than me because they've got the access. I don't watch it. They think Sabobo should go in as well or something. They're saying that they don't think our midfield engine is as strong. Now we have to sort of understand our midfield has changed tremendously. We can't play Enoch Mwepu. Of course, we know about his condition. He was found to have a heart defect, so he cannot play football professionally anymore, which is horrendous. It's a huge blow for Zambia, a huge blow for him and his family. And we can only wish that we had him as our engine because, oh my gosh, he was a sensational talent. And we wish him very well in his health as well, But a beautiful, beautiful player. So, but anyway, so they think Sabobo should be in there in that sort of holding midfield role, but he is playing, hopefully, in this lineup. So Joseph Sabobo, King Skangwa, who I thought as well had a very positive impact on the game. You could see some of his exciting plays and stuff. He was pretty good. Fashion Sakala had he lost a lot of possession. He had a lot of issues, but there were some beautiful touches on that. Is it the left wing? on that left, where he was combining very well with Kings, Miguel, and Lubambo. Honestly, there were some touches you could see. You're like, oh my gosh, people have got some skill here. So, of course, he came off, and when he was brought off as a captain, he did not look offended. So just the way he responded when he brought out, it makes me feel that this team is working as a team. It's not about him. If you watch the way, what's that guy for Nigeria responded? Oh, what's that player for Nigeria? The way he responded when he was taken to Osimhen, the way he responded was taken off in the 86th minute was almost like, why are you taking me off? But like when you're playing as a team, for Zambia, the only reason Zambia won that African Nations in 2012 was because of team spirit, and I love that attitude. He came off, clapped the fans off, thank you, came off, and then of course everything turned perfectly well when the changes were made and Zambia went on to rescue a point against Mali. And then up front, of course, Patson Daka is going to start. The coach basically has given him a huge boost of confidence by saying that he trusts Patson Daka. He trusts him. He loves the way he plays. He appreciates what he adds to the team when he's playing. And I've got a feeling that he is following the instructions of the coach. But which is really good, like when you have a manager basically saying, you know what, Patson, you're my guy. It's pretty good. A lot of Zambian fans really have this negative spin on Patson. They don't think he adds enough. The way he plays, I don't think he's great for linking up play up front. He doesn't hold the ball up very well. You are using him, as a guy who's basically going to intercept crosses or passes and tap them into the goal. But look at that leap for the goal we scored. Give him 3-4 of those chances in a game. We are going to be cooking on gas this afternoon. Now, let's have a quick look on the screen about the possible lineup for the Comoros. Now, the Comoros, I thought, did pretty well considering against Morocco. They were very physical. They've got this stature, very strong guys. But so this is Yannick Pando. Also, I think, saved a penalty against Morocco early in the first half. So he's pretty decent keeper. And these are the players. Now, they have just thrown the players in. Live score are not very good with African football. But these are the players they're expecting to be in the defense. I can't see them playing a back five. But if they do, it's going to be really hard for us. And we'll need to play for set pieces, 100%. So there's this Baura, Yanis Kari, Ahmed Soilihi, and Toibibu, and Yusuf as defenders. Then there's a midfield block. They've got 2 blocks, man. Jeez. Of Suleimani, Faiz Suleimani, Mchangama. Then there's Iyad Mohammed and Yusuf. And then up front is Rafiki Said. These are the possible lineups. Now, remember, things are going to change. We are going to find out the actual lineup just an hour before the match starts. So we have to take a few liberties here. But honestly, I need Zambia to win this match. I think head-to-head, Zambia beat these guys the last time we played them. Oh, no, actually, in June, in COSAFA Cup. Oh, yeah, just COSAFA Cup. Let's go. COSAFA Cup isn't really like a strong team. But when we played them in the COSAFA Cup, they beat Zambia home and away. So let's go to the real deal. In 2023, Comoros, Zambia was 1-1. Then Zambia beat the Comoros in 2022, 2-1. And then 2-1 as well, COSAFA Cup. Oh, we played them a lot recently. But in the African nations, oh yeah, this is a long time ago in 2011. We shouldn't even be thinking about that. But we've had 2 wins against... I'm not talking properly. In Group H qualification, Zambia beat them in Zambia, and then we drew with them in the Comoros. And then the COSAFA Cup games, the Comoros had both wins at 1-0. This is a bit concerning because obviously if they're that physical and Zambia have challenges, it might be a problem. But remember, we've also have new technical analysts. We've got a new coach in Moses Sichone, who, to be honest, I think has got that chemistry with the team. I think Zambia are going to win this match. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Zambia win. It's going to be tense. It's going to be very difficult for me to watch because, oh my gosh, I get so emotional when I'm watching Zambia. It becomes too much. But yeah, so that is it. Let me know. Do you think Zambia have got what it takes? Can they win this Comoros game? Are we likely to come away of this group and qualify into the next round? Let me know, you guys, in the comments as soon as you can. Let's have a go at what you think. And also let me know what you think about that midfield for Zambia. Do you think Zambia should be putting, instead of Owen and Miguel, should we have a second different pairing? Let me know, because I'm really not too familiar with some of the players that have come in, and there are quite a few players who have come in who are new to the squad. And you guys have watched them locally for Power Dynamos or for Zanaco or whoever. Let me know. Let's see if there's somebody in there who you think would be able to provide a better combination than what we have in that central midfield, because 100% I definitely agree with the sentiment that is where we need to have more control of. Once we get that midfield sorted, I think everywhere else we can absolutely handle it. Right. The other game in our group is Morocco versus Mali. Now, Morocco have won 5 of their last matches, and Mali lost 1, won 2, drew the last 2, 1 against Zambia. And of course, I'm going to just show you guys the possible lineups according to live score. Morocco, let's see if there's anyone we know here. So Bono in goal, Mazraoui, Aguad, Yamik, Salah Edine, and then a midfield of Onahi, Sofian Amrabat, Ainui, Brahim Diaz, we know him from Real Madrid Champions League football, and then El Kabi, who scored that crazy goal against the Comoros. My gosh, this guy is very unnecessary goal. Why are you showing off in the first game of the tournament? Come on, El Kabi, that goal. That bicycle kick was crazy, beautiful. So basically, when you're defending people like that, make sure you are standing next to them. They can't breathe. Otherwise, give them a little bit, an inch of space. They'll look at it as if they've got a whole field to do whatever they want. They take proper football as if it's a training session. So this El Kabi guy is a problem. And then Ishmael Saibari. And then for Mali, we know these guys very well. We played them the other day, Diarra, and then Dante, Fofana, Diaby, and Koulibaly in that defense. Holding midfield of Sangare, Dieng. I love Sangare. I like his name. And then second line with Dodgeless, Dumbia, Sinayoko scored the goal. And in that melee, it was a lucky goal, wasn't it? And then Toure up front. So fingers crossed, I feel like Mali hopefully can cause an upset. So it would be good if they could manage to get another draw. Let's see what their head-to-head is. Let's pray head-to-head. Nah, no one beats Morocco recently. Do we have head-to-head? The last game they played was in 2021 and Morocco beat them 2-0. And then in the qualifiers in 2017, Mali drew with Morocco 0-0, and then they lost 6-0 in the previous one. So we can forget about Mali doing us a favor, but this is AFCON. Let's see. We haven't had any upsets. Is today the day where we are going to have upsets? I hope so. In this game, that is going to be our late kickoff for tonight. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed for Mali, but of course, I am going to go for a Morocco 2-0 win. It's going to be packed. The atmosphere is going to be crazy for Morocco, I think. So, yeah, that is it. Other games happening, like I said as well, is in Group B. We've got Angola playing Zimbabwe. Both teams, Zimbabwe were quite impressive when they played. Was it Egypt they were playing the other day? I thought they were quite impressive, but they ran out of steam at the end of the game. But they were very, very good. And they played Egypt and lost 2-1. But they were so good on the night, I thought. And they barely lost out. It was only Mo Salah's goal near the end of the match, which basically rescued the Egyptians. But the Zimbabweans had put in so much energy and they had just run out of steam. And for the last about half an hour of the game, they were just absorbing so much pressure. And it was inevitable that they lost in the end. But their effort was absolutely valiant. So I am with Angola as well. Angola played South Africa, and that was another fantastic game. It was crazy. Let's see. I remember that game. It was beautiful, beautiful game, Angola. And it was tit for tat. Honestly, they were beating each other like crazy. I think the South Africans ended up winning with some beautiful, beautiful goals. Yeah, 1-2-1, but South Africa scored some great goals. They were more, sorry, the South Africans were more clinical, but otherwise Angola looked really good. This is a pretty tight game, I think. And these are neighbors, eh? Angola and Zimbabwe are neighbors, I think. Yeah, they're neighbors. So it will be true love. Zambia, we've got so many neighbors, we don't even pay attention to everyone except for Zimbabwe, because those are our, we are related, we are the same people, those and Malawi. But I'm going to go for a draw or an Angola win for this one. I'm afraid to say. Egypt, South Africa is 3:00. This game should have been the one which was playing at 8 p.m. for me, because this game can be very good. South Africa have qualified to the World Cup. These guys are good. South Africa play professionally football. You go live first up front. You've got that guy who's in their goal again. Let me see their lineup a little bit, which I'm not going to share with you, or maybe I will. Rowan Williams in goal. He had the golden boot, I think, in the last World Cup or something. Anyway, but this guy is absolutely fantastic keeper. And just their names, they all play. South African league is pretty strong, and they create some very good players. Beautiful, beautiful football they were playing in their last game. And then, of course, Egypt, we know these guys, Omar Mamouche in there, Mo Salah in there, Trezeguet. And when they played their last game against Zimbabwe, it was very interesting. You could see the link-up play. The quality was absolutely different. At the African Nations Cup, your quality doesn't exactly translate into results, because there's vibes FC going on all the time. Sorry, guys, I'm still in Christmas mode, and I am recovering. I am recovering from my one glass of Baileys. I don't drink a lot, so I took a little bit just for the Christmas spirit, and my body feels like I've been through the mill. But yeah, so those are the games that are happening in the African Nations Cup today. Guys, please, please, please do not forget to like and subscribe. And let's get this. We are on the count to 3,000 subscribers, which is incredible. When I started a few months ago, I thought, we'd be treading water, but I appreciate all your positive comments. I appreciate your corrections. I said in my other video that I need to get a lot more professional and do a lot more research before coming in, because I am doing this because I love football, and I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to have to get more technical, more analytical, and use, but that will take a lot of time out of my day. I don't mind that, because that is my first love. I want to be able to analyze these games to a level that you are going to engage in. So please continue with your encouragement, your support, and your comments, because this is it. And let us continue. Let's talk afterwards. After the results happened today, we are going to have a little look into how the games went. And then, of course, tomorrow we have got Premier League is back, and Arsenal are going to be playing Brighton. So we are going to have a look at that as well. So yeah, turn your notifications on, guys, and let's do this. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Daliso on DSS. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.